Yo, got another video for you guys, and this is me reacting to a Law and Crimes video. It's about Diddy, as normal. I like reporting about Diddy. But what he's doing, he is enrolling into these programs. And you gotta wonder to yourself, like, is this really what Diddy wants to do, or is he just playing us for fools? Because before before he was arrested, he claimed that he was seeking help. That's what he said he was. He said he was disgusting himself. He said he was seeking therapy. But yet when they found him in a hotel and they arrested him, he had pink cocaine on him and he was still doing the free cuffs. According to Jane, they were still doing free cuffs. So he was doing the free cuffs after Cassie, and he was still doing free cuffs prior. You gotta wonder, is there any truth in what Diddy has told us? So I'm gonna check this out. Look. Here we go.
Report by TMZ, their source says Combs wants to use their jail programs to better himself. But there are skeptics of Combs' motivation to do the programs now. Is it too little too late? Or does this polish him up for the judge so Mark Agnifilo can say in court, look, Your Honor, my client did these programs. He wants to be a better man. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Mark Agnifilo to say that at the upcoming sentencing hearing. He said something along those lines of this when he was making arguments for Sean Combs to get bond after the verdict. Now, Combs reportedly started getting drug treatment before his arrest last year, even though the feds say he was found with drugs in his hotel room the night he was arrested. And Mark Agnifilo previously said Jane helped Diddy get into a batterers program before his ultimate arrest. We'll see if the self-work paid off, or if it's too little too late when Combs is ultimately sentenced in less than 3 months. Well, I'm joined now by trial attorney Adante Pointer. Adante always...
So what I'm thinking is that he's just doing this so it looks good on him. He doesn't really care for this. He just wants to look good so he gets a lesser sentence. You know what I mean? But let's see what the black dude has to say, or whatever.
Great to see you.
Say.
Is it no longer bad boy for life? What are your thoughts on these courses that Sean Combs is reportedly enrolled in? Are you buying that it's actually making him a better person, or do you think it's just trying to make him look better in front of the judge before sentencing?
And these adverts are annoying. So this is Diddy apologizing.
The darkest times in your life, sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help.
See what he said there? I went out and sought out professional help. This guy near enough a billionaire, and he can't find someone to give him professional help for drug addiction. There's people out there who have drug addiction problems, and they go out to find help, and they don't have his type of money. He can get himself a personal trainer, all sorts. But yet somehow he can't seem to figure out how to. I mean, and maybe he's around a bunch of yes men. Once you have a certain amount of money, there's gonna be people around you that keep saying yes, yes, yes. Those are the yes men. They don't tell you no, and to a point where you're in your grave, they'll supply you with drugs, and also that's why the most celebrities, they end up in a grave because people give them what they want because they have money.
Now they're going to therapy. Rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Ask God, man, this guy near enough the devil. Let's put it in this perspective now with Diddy. So he went to therapy and rehab. But as we heard on the Law and Crime video, they found him with pink cocaine and he was still doing free calls with Jane. So clearly this was after the Cassie video came out. So he said after what he did to Cassie, he went into therapy. But then after Cassie, he then went on to date several other women and Jane. And he was whooping her ass as well. So within this video, this guy's looking at the camera and lying to you. And even before the video came out, and Cassie was like alluding to things happening, he said this: "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silent and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and my truth. Sean Diddy Combs." Yeah. You gotta wonder, so he put that out there all the while. He put it out there for his fans and for everybody. All this time he'd been lying to us. He said he didn't do anything that was put out there. Then he goes and makes this apology video for the video that came out. So he playing us for fools, right? You know what I mean? That he literally playing us for fools. So when you hear about him enrolling into these,
two things can be true at the same time.
let's hear this.
One is, yes, those courses are designed, they're instituted, they give inmates, if you will, access to those courses because the belief is those courses will help, a person's behavior and curb them from doing things that would find them in front of a judge.
Oh my God! So he's doing a course while in jail. So the rehab that he said he went to, and the help that he said he got before wasn't enough. Now that he's in jail, he's doing more courses.
I also could see that serving a dual purpose. Second purpose being it makes you look much better in front of the judge. As I told all my clients, if you're doing things that the court can recognize that is actually helping you deal with the behavior that puts you in front of the judge in the first place. So here, violence against women, domestic violence is something that the courts is a big no-no in society as well as the court. And so I can see the fact that he's taking these classes being something that the judge will take into consideration during his sentencing. And on top of that, the drug class is the same thing. Because I believe, if I was Diddy's attorney and given the way the evidence came in, I'd certainly be like, look, these things happen during dark times where I was in a drug, induced haze to where I was doing and acting in ways that I am ashamed about now. But during that time, it was because drug, sex addiction, and things like that I'm now addressing.
He's now addressing. So, but yet he said here,
I went and I sought out professional help.
he went out and sought professional help. So I'm confused, Diddy. You went out and sought professional help back then, but yet you're still doing the things that you were accused of, and you then lied to us saying you didn't do. And now you are enrolling in courses, and it looks like you're just doing this just for the judge.
Well, you actually kind of sound like Diddy's defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, because he literally made essentially the exact same argument, especially during the bond hearing. But I'm curious to know, obviously there are skeptics of this where they think it's strictly just to look good, it's just for good press, all of that stuff. Yeah. But in your opinion, do you think that these courses are just too little too late? I mean, the defense was saying that he was trying to get help before, he was trying to get help to address his drug use previously, that Jane was helping him get into a batterers program. But do you think it's too little too late?
Well, it's too little too late for his victims, okay? But
I think it's too little too late for his reputation, because you have to put in perspective. We all vouched for Diddy. Everyone vouched for Diddy, and we turned against Cassie. I know Cassie's no angel, but we vouched for him, and we believed this statement. We sat down and thought that woman's a liar. She's a gold digger. He's just after his money. So the whole of hip hop black community, they all sat down and they're just trying to tear this black dude down. This rich black man, they're trying to tear him down. And it turns out that she was telling the truth to a point where this statement's complete lies then that he put out. And here's the truth here. He's then telling us that, yeah, he did do what was in the video. He was a bad person. He has got drug problems. So is it too late? Will hip hop let him back in? Probably. His major fan base, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who still rock with him. They're out there pouring baby oil on themselves, so they're still hanging with Diddy. But I think for the actual mainstream, nah, they ain't gonna fall for this again. Nah, I don't think so.
It's not too little too late for the rest of the people he's going to encounter while he continues to live out the rest of his life. And so you can't slam the door on redemption. You can't slam the door on someone trying to address destructive behavior. So I think, he does get some kudos for enrolling in the program and for the efforts he made prior to finding himself in federal court facing all of those charges. So I think it does go to his credit, but you're right. Critics and skeptics, sometimes they'll just never be satisfied. And for, well-founded reasons. When you have someone who has a documented history, such as him, and you see the videos and you hear the testimony, his problem goes deeper than a 30-day, program. Not that these programs are 30 days, but just to say it's going to take long-term and commitment to the long-term results in order for us to really have confidence that he's not going to engage in such disturbing behavior.
Jen, do you have the...
Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. What do I believe about Diddy? I think he's just doing this for the judge, make himself look good. Has he changed? I don't believe he's changed whatsoever. Look, this guy is an egomaniac. He's doing it for his own ego. Him and Kanye, they both have big egos. And they never change. Even when Kanye was called out for his anti-Semitic rants, he apologized. Then a couple of weeks later, he's on Twitter or X again, and he's saying the same things. And the same thing with Diddy. He lied to us in that statement. He came and apologized, and he lied again. I don't know what to believe. I don't know. This look like it's just for publicity. He's gonna come out and he's gonna try and be the same Diddy he was before, but people are gonna look at him differently now. Cause we know that we can't trust what comes out of your mouth. We can't trust a statement. He probably could come up with a statement like, "I've changed. I went into rehab. Blah blah blah. I'm a different person. Please forgive me." And God, he probably mentioned God and all sorts of stuff like that. I prayed to God, blah blah blah, and no one's beyond redemption, but it comes to a point when you seek redemption and you've been lying to your fans, that's the problem. Because I thought to myself like, yeah, he can redeem himself to a degree, but then I don't know what to believe with Diddy. I want to believe he's redeeming himself. I want to believe he's trying to turn over a new leaf. But then the video, the statement, pure lies. So, it turns out he said he was seeking help, which they did say in the video he was seeking help, but then they still found him with the cocaine. Somehow he got his hands on it. I don't know. Someone like Diddy, who has so much money and power, and so many yes men, I don't believe he can actually turn around and not do the things he was doing when he's been doing it for so young. Because this is what he's used to. He's used to the freak offs, he's used to the women. And for him to turn around and change his lifestyle, he needs to get rid of all those side chicks and just have one main woman. Like Jay-Z. Jay-Z just has Beyonce. He may have secret side chicks. We don't know, but as far as we know, we see Jay-Z with Beyonce, and that's his chick. Diddy, we see him with numerous girls, and we can realize he's been having freak-offs, and that's the problem. He has too many girls, and we'll see anyway. I'm out.